come out together, you feel me? Rock with me. What's on your mind? I tell you what's on mine, yo. I tell you, cause I know how it feel when the grind slow. When you in the tunnel looking at both ends, and hope ends when they both start to close in. Trust me, I've been looking for the light.
Got so many things you're not sure which one. Give me one. A nurse. Okay. You ain't hiding. I see you. You gonna be an eye surgeon?
Yeah, hit in the eye.
Got hit in the eye today. Yeah, that's a good field to be in. What do you think? What are you gonna be? Not sure yet? Okay. Huh? Policewoman. Okay. What about you? Teacher. All right, is that everybody? Yeah. Got a couple of fellows in the back that's not sure yet. What about it? Basketball. You ain't hiding. I see you.
Stay quiet.
I don't know.
You don't know yet? Now, I think that when you begin to think about what you're going to be, you got to put some energy flow there. It's not too early now to start to go on the internet or whatever and look up these things and see what it takes to qualify for. All right? When I was your age, I didn't know what I wanted to be. That's the whole truth. Besides being a clown, I was a pretty good clown in school, so, you know, for a while I thought that I was going to be an actor because I did a lot of plays and stuff. Little did I know what I was doing was really forming where I was going. So all of that in coming from a broken family, an alcoholic mother, an absentee father, and all the craziness that's growing up and finding out that, you know, a lot of things that I thought was going to be good wasn't good. I joined the Army and I began to make a way for myself. You have to learn that you can't depend on everybody else to start to forming life for you. You got to do some things for yourself. All right? Are you hearing me? Talk to me.
Yeah.
Now, fellows, it's easy. Ladies, it's easy to get caught up in what's going on at the time of life. Your time now, a lot of drug activities, a lot of things that's going on that seem to be easy. You seem to fit into the crowd. Everybody wants you to be a part of this and be a part of that. And it seems like this is what I want to do because I don't want to be by myself. How many of y'all get lonely? Oh, no, that's cool. That's cool. Got a big lonely kid there. That's okay. I got a few little trucks and tomatos at the house. I still keep them every now and then. I have to play with them. So we all get lonely, right? We all think we get that B word, bored. How many think they get bored?
I know.
You know you.
Well, no, I'm not bored.
So what do you think? What do you think boredom is? Boredom is. What do you think boredom is? You got your hand up. What is boredom to you?
Nothing to do.
Nothing to do.
When you actually attempt first to do something and you can't actually do anything, figure out what you want to do, and then like that, if you can't do it,
You just play that board.
When like you doing something and you just get tired of it because you have nobody else to play with, and you just get bored because you're tired of doing the same exact thing.
What about creating something for yourself to do?
I do, but then it'll be boring because I don't have nobody else like to do it. It's not funny to do it by yourself.
Then you can create things for yourself. Really, you could. And I explained that. Well, how old are you? When I was your age, I didn't have a lot of toys and stuff to do, right? So I created my own little playground. You do that? Now y'all got, we have toys now, right? I'm 65, so back in the day, we didn't have a lot of toys. I had clothespins.
Cheerios.
Hello. I would make cowboys and Indians and clothespins. I had matchbox that I would make me a Zoom car. Y'all looking funny, but I'm telling you, it was not boring to me. I created things. Now let me get you to understand what this is. I did not know that God had given me creative powers to create things. And all of my youth time and thinking that I was bored, I began to create things to do and create things to do. Now that I'm an adult, I look back at all the things that I used to create, and I'm now, as an adult, creating many things. I write and produce plays. I create talent. I create people out of their boredom. If I spend one day with you, you'll never be bored again, if you listen to me. Because boredom is simply an absence of activity. When you think about it, I don't have nobody to play with. Can't play by yourself. Why? Whoever went to the basketball court and played one-on-one. Now see, I'm losing you right there because you think one-on-one means I'm playing against somebody else. One-on-one with me, I play one-on-one by myself. That I improve my game. You follow what I'm saying? You have to begin to create ways of trying to enjoy life because there's a lot of other people who don't want to do anything will create some ways for you to get in bondage. That will entrap you into doing. Okay, I went through all that growing up. 17 years old, I joined the Army. I went to Vietnam. I got shot up. I got blown up. I got left for dead. I survived all of that. I came back from the Army. I got a drug addiction. No, straight up truth. I'm 18 years old with a major drug addiction coming from Vietnam, being shot up, blown up. Hello. Got my teeth shot out. Couldn't kill me. God had another plan for me. Now, I didn't understand it. I was mad with everybody. I was mad with God because I figured, why could you do this to me? But what happened is when I came back and I went through all my drug addiction, I found out that I was still creating things. I was doing programs and all, but I was still doing bad stuff. I was doing good things, but I was still doing bad things. When I come out of that, when I got out of the drug scene, I was facing 35 years to life for doing drugs. Buying and selling drugs. I've been all over the United States, 4 foreign countries, buying and selling drugs. I thought I was the man. I thought I had it made. Fine cars, a lot of women, a lot of money, guys that would do whatever I say I want to do. Hey, do it. Watch this. Do that. Take that. Take this drug. Do that. Da, 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 da. And people would do it. Why? Because everybody wanted to be a part of somebody who's doing something. Isn't that amazing how you get caught up with people? Just because they look like they're the popular people, just because they look like they're the people who's doing something, you get caught up with them. Well, I was on my way to hell, I was on my way to jail, and I was taking a lot of them with me. Because they was following. Now, when I was sentenced to 35 years of life, none of these people who were following me was in the courtroom saying, that's my boy. Nobody. When I got out of that, now I only did 4 days in jail, and I'm going to tell you, you try to figure this out the best way you can, but I got news articles on all of this. I was sentenced to 35 years of life. I did 4 days in jail. I was released from that. I was facing 15 to 25 on state time, 25 to life on federal time. I got busted with drugs, guns, machine guns, handguns, you name it, I had some. Okay? Now, I come out of that, and I have nothing. Got no more money. My woman gone. My so-called friends gone. Ain't nobody ever looking at me now, watching me now, but who? The po-po. They're the only people that was giving me some attention after that. So when I left that scene and got into the church and gave my life to Christ, I'm not advocating you get saved, but I'm advocating you do find you some power, something other than yourself so you can do what you need to do. All right? And I'm telling you, you can't be doing it with Jesus, whichever way you look at it. Okay? Now, I come out of that, and now I begin to use. Remember when I told you I used to create those little cars and the clothespins and make things? I began to go back to all the creative abilities that I have within me. Every one of you got creative abilities. When we're born into the world, God puts within every individual born into the world at least $1 million ideal. The problem is we never cultivate our lives to find out what we can do, to see where we can go. We start to settle for what somebody else is doing. We start to settle as, well, I just got a good apartment. You could own a house. You could own a fleet of houses. Well, I got me a hoopty. You could own a brand new car. Well, I got this, I got that. Don't settle for stuff. Learn that there is no limits to what you can do if you want to do it. Don't try to pin your whole life on, well, they would help me. If mama had a hug me, if dad had said he loved me, then I would do this here. You got to love yourself. You got to hug yourself. You got to tell yourself, I can make it, I can do it. When I was alone, I was the only person I was with, so I was the only person that could encourage me. So I encouraged myself. And I kept fighting and fighting and fighting. Now I own my own program. I travel all over at other people's expenses. I preach, I teach, I write books. I got 4 books out. We're producing plays, we're producing skits, we're producing albums. We're doing things now, and I don't need nobody's help to do it but his. Okay? Network. Find out who's doing something. You want to be with people, be with somebody who's doing something. Be with somebody who's got a positive mindset to do something, and stop being with people who just want to be hanging out doing stuff. So I went through all of that. I come out of jail. I don't have no more life. I was sentenced to 3 years probation. I was released after 1 year. They did a story on my life, and the story said changing over a life of crime to a life of charity. Now, I know half of you don't know if you want to believe this. But next time I come, I'm going to prove to you that I'm telling you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I got news articles. I don't come out to tell people stuff to sound good, because it ain't that important to me to just sound good to you. It's important to me to let you know that there's nothing that can stop you if you make your mind up to do something. All those things, in creating our programs and creating things, we travel all around the United States now. We work with other programs and other kids like this, and we go to different cities and we do the same thing. We travel and talk to people our whole life. How many of you think you want to help somebody? Come on, if you don't want to help somebody, you're in a bad position. There's a scripture that says, in the Bible says, if I can't help you build what you got, then I'll never get to build what I want. And a lot of us don't like to help nobody else. We're selfish, we're greedy. Got to be my stuff. When I get mine, maybe I'll help you. Help somebody along the way. Martin Luther King said, if I can't help somebody along the way, my life is not worth living. You got to learn that you got to share your life with somebody else. Share your life with somebody that's got something going on for themselves. I'm not sharing my life with somebody who don't want to do nothing, who ain't trying to be nobody. I'm not sharing my life with guys who's disrespectful to females, because I'm not disrespectful. Come on, you got to have a standard though, guys. Let me talk to you guys for a minute. You got to have a standard. How many want somebody to beat up your mama? Huh? Ain't gonna happen, right? So if you don't want nobody to beat up your mama, don't you beat up somebody's daughter or their mama or the future mother of somebody else. Think about that. Right? So nobody's gonna touch my mom, then I'm not gonna touch nobody else's daughter. I don't want nobody beating up on my sister, so I'm not gonna beat up on somebody else's sister. Girls, you got to learn to carry yourself where you're not acting like you're just an easy pick.
That's right.
Hello. Y'all cute and fine and all those things y'all like to go by, but what does that mean? I'm cute and fine, but I ain't got no sense.
Not at all.
The Bible said there's a group of women in the land that they call silly women who's easily led astray. Which means that whatever the guy talks about, whatever he looks like, and because he's all of this, then I want to go. He's got a car, I never had a car. Love yourself. Love yourself. Maybe your dad didn't hug you enough. Maybe all those things. But don't let that be your excuse for going down because somebody else want to offer you something. You done sold yourself and everything you got for a gold-plated necklace. It ain't even real gold. You got cubic zirconium. It ain't real diamonds. Come on, girls. You got to hold up a standard that is not going to happen like this. Ain't nobody getting nothing till I'm ready. Conduct yourself. Carry yourself, guys. Be respectful men. Make other guys around you learn that they need to be respectful. Why? Because I'm respectful. If you're not respectful, I'm not hanging out with you. I'm only gonna give you a little bit of space to get yourself together. But if you're just determined that you're gonna be whatever, then I'm gone. And I'll find out I can make it by myself if I need to. Hello? And you can too. Quick questions. Any questions?
Trust me, I've been looking for the light too. And like you, I had to fight me to fight through. Create my own avalanche, then begin again. When will it end? Maybe if I never sin again. I pray to God that I will see the pearly gates. I know I want